Hello everyone and welcome to Bay Area Focus. I'm your host, Michelle Griego. We have got so much going on this morning. Concerts, books, even a bike ride for a good cause. But first, it's all about art and food. Palette is a restaurant and gallery that combines just that. And here to tell us all about it is chef and founder Peter J. Hemsley. Welcome to Bay Area Focus.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Well, this is exciting. I mean, you have brought a lot of things here, but it all goes together. So first, let's talk about Palette. It really is a unique place.
Yeah, we've been open since April in the heart of Soma here in San Francisco. It's a restaurant, art gallery, retail brick and mortar, and event space built sort of on the notion of establishing a connection between food and art. And we do that through diverse media, in-house ceramics, direct collaboration with artists, and the chefs themselves who are artists.
Okay, so this dish that you're making today, it has squid, I can see that. But you said, you know, it all kind of goes together. So first off, there's a drawing.
Yeah, my process is pretty intimate. It always starts with a drawing that I kind of compose for the dish, sort of the ground roots of thinking about it, and then it translates to a more formal sketch. And then I start thinking about the platewares, the ingredients, and how the connection is made between what other influence is meaningful to that dish.
So this looks like crumpled paper here, but this is actually ceramic.
Well, actually it starts with
it.
crumpled paper.
Okay.
So the idea with this dish, which is called writer's rice, is sort of based upon that notion of the connection between ink as a medium for writing and ink as an ingredient in food. And from the writer's side, obviously writers are artists, and they have an artistic process. And doing that, there are times when they're not as successful as they would always like you to think. And so you think of a writer and the frustrations and crumpled pieces of paper in terms of their variations, and that's where the idea of the ceramic comes from, is the frustration of developing that higher notion finished product.
So it goes from a sketch, a formal drawing, an actually crumpled piece of paper, and then you have these ceramic pieces of art.
Right. So the process was theoretical, going from a crumpled piece of paper, and then the dialogue between myself and our in-house ceramist, Andrew Contrabecchi, who has the task of trying to figure out how to translate the idea of a crumpled piece of paper or whatever we're trying to develop into an actual ceramic plate that we can serve food on.
Okay.
And so it goes from the paper to a diverse sort of R&D process of figuring out how to make the ceramic to the actual final product that we're all happy about.
Yes, and the art and the food, they go hand in hand. So let's talk about the dish here.
Well, the dish has probably been done for a very long time. It's a risotto that is made with squid ink. And again, it's called writer's rice. Squid ink is a writing material, is the primary element into it. So it's a black ink risotto, which is well known in Italy, but here we're using local ingredients, so local squid ink, Monterey-based squid, and we put it together and we plate it on a plate that's made by our in-house ceramicist and present it in a way that sort of houses all the ideas.
I mean, I wish we had smell-o-vision, because you walk into the studio and you can smell everything here, which is great. Had a lot of people coming into the studio saying, "What's going on? What's going on?" So it looks absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, it is. I think the final product is really successful, and we're highlighting this dish in a new dinner series that we're starting at Palette.
You have a special one in September for the
September 7th is the first dinner. It's a 20-person ticketed dinner that will actually be housed in the art gallery at Palette, and those 20 people will have the chance to try not only this dish, but 7 other curated dishes that have the same amount of time and attention that this one does.
And
as
the
well.
theme is Inception?
It's called Inception because it's our first of these sort of dinner series. We'll have other variations as the weeks go by. But it's called Inception because it's about beginnings. It's about the beginning of something new, not only for palate, but I think for people who are into food, sort of this notion between food and art and the experience of that.
Okay, food, art, and then you also brought some wine. So let's cheers.
Cheers.
To all of this beautiful art and the food. And there you go. Have a glass of wine if you have any at home. And remember, the September dinner series at Palette, it begins on the 7th. Thanks so much for coming on the show. It's going to happen every Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m., so don't miss out. For more information, you can go to the website palette-sf.com. Coming up, a very special guest with a very special book, Not the Life I Ordered, when Bay Area Focus returns in a moment.